Once again, crude oil ripping to the upside, guys, looking pretty bullish, defending that 7-day moving average. The interesting thing about crude oil is the 50 days starting to catch up here pretty quickly. So you have a convergence of the 7 and 20 and 50, which it's coiling for a big move. The big move looks like it's going to be this inverted head and shoulders breakout pattern. We will see what happens. So right now, crude oil is sending the dollar top of this bull flag range. Looks like the Dixie is going to fill this gap today, and probably then some. The dollar still looks extremely bullish. Very, very strong chart. It's going to put some downward pressure on the tape today. You got U.S. 10-year yield also consolidating, holding that 7-day moving average and trying to hold this breakout trend line. That is very troublesome. 10-year yield in a breakout spot here on the daily and weekly chart. Weekly chart, you are trying to set up confirmation, and with daily chart, you have confirmed the breakout. So we'll see if it can hold this particular area. Natural gas slightly green. We are seeing the metals, gold and silver, Bitcoin also reacting pretty poorly for the time being. Overall, the NVIDIA earnings yesterday, it's kind of a nothing burger, but the stock is down slightly in the pre-market. The big area that we need to watch for is the earnings low. That was all the way down here. That was about a 3 or 3.5% fall to the downside, 216. I still think that NVIDIA can set up a sell candle today. So this is one that I think on the short side could work out. We are seeing a bit of distribution hitting the semiconductors SOXX as a whole. You got Intel. So it does look like a fade the pop day on your semiconductors. Micron, Intel, AMD, all seeing some pretty deep sell side pressure. Marvell still in a world of its own, sweeping new highs here in the pre-market. Pretty extraordinary price action for MRVL. All right, Quantum, guys, is seeing a little bit of a boost here on the back of another announcement that the Trump administration is taking stakes in the quantum space. IonQ, QBTS, QUBT, so on and so forth. IBM is another big one that is getting a little bit of a bonus and boost here in the pre-market. IBM could be a long trade, guys, and actually it could be a swing trade long. IBM is setting up here a move that I think looks like it's trying to get into this gap fill. So just keep that on watch, okay? I actually don't mind buying the dip on IBM today on the back of quantum strength. Let me just see where it went in the pre-market. Yeah, so IBM did hit a high all the way up here, 246 and change. So that one doesn't look bad, guys. Does not look bad for a little bit of a long setup. Almost filled the gap in the pre-market. Pretty strong. All right, we did have a few other earnings this morning. Just going to scroll through them real quick. Walmart, WMT, seeing a big move down, putting some downward pressure on the staples. I like a Walmart dip buy if we were to retest. So where are we trading? Let's go to the weekly chart. Walmart could move all the way down to 123 here. This previous little gap fill, that's where I like it. If Walmart were to flush into there, I'd be a buyer or a bounce trade. So that's almost at that daily chart EMA 113. Yeah, Walmart's worried, right? Nasty sell there on Walmart. We also had Neo, John Deere. Let's just quickly take a peek here. NIO. Stock is getting a gap up this morning. Still looks very bearish. Neo, John Deere, ticker DE. Yeah, DE also looking like a bit of a bear flag potential breakdown to the downside. NTES. NTES also seeing some sell side pressure. AAP, Advanced Auto Parts. This is a good barometer for the economy, and Advanced Auto Parts, guys, is actually showing a bit of a potential stage one. It's a big stage one basing formation. It's about a 3-year pattern here, forming at the lows. So this one is on the precipice of actually breaking out. Not too bad. Not too bad. You got inverted head and shoulders on the daily. You got a bigger weekly inverse head and shoulders. So this one looks pretty strong on a swing tradable basis. Earnings coming in, posting a big report on the EPS. Wow. Nice. That looks pretty good. What else? Roll floor on. Let's see that for a little bit of the higher end. Okay. Higher end retail. Seeing a nice gap up this morning as well. It's another barometer. The economy is probably a-okay for the time being, just due to the inflation rate. Intuit yesterday got wrecked. I took some lottos and they are pummeled. They'll be zeroed out. Elf Beauty. Let's just quickly take a peek at that. ELF. Elf Beauty, pretty oversold down here, hitting a massive double bottom area. Just kissed it yesterday, didn't officially tap it, but bouncing off of that area so far. And of course, Polly already touched base on Microsoft in the group chat. Microsoft did get a little bit of a pop there on Anthropic news, so we are about to potentially see maybe another rotationary trade today. Maybe IGV catches a bit on the Microsoft. It all comes down to whether Microsoft will hold some of these gains. And I am looking at a dip buy on Microsoft. I do like it. I think that Microsoft has a chance to retest that pre-market high, maybe try to sweep this area again. So definitely keep your eye on Microsoft because it's got that positive backdrop on the Anthropic news. So if semis sell, typically what we have seen is a rotation into software. So it should act the same way today. Rocket Labs getting slapped around in the pre-market after it did announce a debt offering, shelf offering. Good timing on their part. Uranium seeing a little bit of strength. Iron seeing some strength. China stocks are under pressure. Microsoft up 1.34. Nice move. Really nice move. Marvell is just a beast as well. Wow. Staples, McDonald's is seeing some strength. Plug Power's down. 5.9's down. TNA. Okay. Let's just go through some of the mags right now. Google down 0.5%. Amazon struggling as well. That's down 0.91. Meta's also down. Tesla's strong today. Wow, Tesla's probably catching a bit of a sympathy bid on NIO. NIO gapping up. Yep, putting a little bit. How's Rivian doing? That one's not as firm. Micron's still green in the pre-market as well. Interesting. All right, let's get ready for this market open. So I'm looking at a fade on NVIDIA today, NVDA. I think there is a strong potential for that. We'll let it settle out. I'm going to look at 220 puts on NVIDIA. 220 puts. If you're aggressive and take a lotto, you can look for that earnings low around 216 and change. So the best bet would be to probably take 217.50s. And if you're ultra aggressive, 215 puts on NVIDIA. But I'm personally going to be looking at 220s, I think. But I'm not going to take it off the open. I just want to see how NVIDIA responds because we'll see. Let's just wait and see. Here we go. Let's get ready to rumble. Shit, I should have filled up my coffee. How much time? Nope, don't have time. Markets are open, sesame. Stocks is trying to go green. Microsoft seeing a little bit of a fade. NVIDIA is still looking heavy. Meta Amazon getting smoked. Intuit smoked. Drone stocks are seeing a little bit of strength. Market's still pretty heavy. Microsoft backtesting that 425, 424 area, getting a nice bounce. Come on, NVIDIA, get a little bit of a boost here so I can short you. Still looking at 220 puts on NVIDIA, but fuck, they're not going to give me an entry. They're just going to melt it down. Oh, come on. Are they just going to melt it down, eh? Fuck. That's okay. I'll be patient. Microsoft is still strong. Tesla's still strong. AMD, Intel weak. Plug Power catching a little bit of a boost here. It's going green here in the pre-market. SPY is your strongest indice for the time being. SoFi rolling over. That's disappointing. Service now getting pummeled down 3.7. IGV is still weak on the session, guys. So now you have the backdrop of software still rolling over here. Interesting. I still have my plug power 350 calls from yesterday. We'll see if it wants to catch a bid. All right, NVIDIA might give me a short here. Come on. Push it up a little bit more, NVIDIA. Microsoft getting rejected pretty hard. Crude oil still strong. Netflix is green on the session. All right, I am going to jump into a half position on NVIDIA. Anything under 225 on these puts, which right now they are. All right, I just got a fill there, guys, at 209, short NVIDIA, high risk. This is a half position. Half position, NVIDIA, short, 220 put. Please size it appropriately. The semis are getting a bounce here. Plug Power is seeing a little bit of strength here. NVIDIA is trying. The next area I would add to NVIDIA is at its prior day high. That's about it. But what a reversal and bounce there on NVIDIA. What a reversal and bounce. Still squeezing. SPY is probably going to get a bit up here. Holy shit, NVIDIA is a beast right now. NVIDIA is a beast. Pushing up 0.43%. Sheesh. NVIDIA is trying to move here. SPY is still ultra heavy here. Super duper heavy. All right, I'm coming up to my ad here on NVIDIA, 220s. I am getting close to an ad. Let it sweep that high. What a move in these semis. Holy shit, NVIDIA is a beast right now. Trying to break out here. All right, guys, I did add to my NVIDIA position there. 1.56. I won't add any more. Holy moly, they're ripping NVIDIA. That is a beast mode move. Beast. Single-handedly gonna lift this market. My average is $1.71 on these NVIDIA 220s. $1.71. And I have 6 contracts. Crude, or sorry, the US dollar breaking out of its pre-market high level, guys. Looking super duper fat and strong. Semis are still green. Software still being dragged down. Nice move on DPRO, Dragonfly. Microsoft being drained pretty hard here. Financials are slightly weak. JP Morgan's red. Yeah, Microsoft is a dud. But I think it's just because Nvidia ate everyone's liquidity there. I think that's the only reason why. But and Microsoft's not a bad dip buy here. Stop loss would be close below 420. 420 and a quarter. Microsoft should get a bit of a dip buy. Come on, Nvidia. Come on down. Come on down, Nvidia. Sweeping pre-market high there on Nvidia. It's now coming in pretty hard. All right, I'm in profit now on my Nvidia puts. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, a little bit lower. A little bit lower, Nvidia. Come on. Come back down to earth. So it seems like it's a big liquidity sweep there for Nvidia, guys. Would not be surprised to see Nvidia go back to the negative side. They love to do these trickery moves, sweeps. S&P. Notice the S&P didn't even budge, even though Nvidia had a massive red to green reversal there. Plug Power catching a bit of a bid here. Come on, dump it down, Nvidia. Dump it down. Spy those trying to catch a bid. Semis are still green. Microsoft still sucks ass. DPRO, guys, having a nice session here. Dragonfly. DPRO breaking out to the high side. We've been talking about this one for a couple sessions now. It's catching a nice bid. It's one of the drone stocks that hasn't it's lagged. All the other drones made a breakout attempt, but this one's lagged a little bit. So I think it's due. And it had that positive news catalyst yesterday, being awarded another contract. All right, S&P still trying to defend its pre-market low. NVIDIA is still looking pretty heavy here. Semiconductors are still trying to hold that 520 on SOXX. Plug power up 2.87. Come on, get our plug 350s in the money. Come on, plug, squeeze it. Plug power does look squeezy today, but it looked squeezy yesterday. But maybe with if the semis sell, maybe some liquidity is going to go into plug. Come on, plug, you can do it. All right, guys. Our Nvidia puts are starting to print here. Again, we're in the 220s, average $1.71. Come on. Cons are trading almost at $2 right now. US dollar still squeezing, breaking out, testing its prior day high here. Opening range high breakout as well. Come on, Nvidia, melt it down. Look at that 10-minute liquidity sweep candle. That is wild. That's a nasty, nasty, filthy market maker move there on Nvidia. Just enough to burn the people that were short. They're like, all the people that were short on earnings or buying at the money, out of the money, are probably like, oh, fuck, Nvidia's breaking out here. We better get out. So they close their puts out on that candle, and now they're gonna, looks like they're gonna try to drop Nvidia here. Nvidia is back to the negative side, guys. That's one nasty 10-minute wick candle so far. If we can get that to close under 223, I'd be a happy camper. Microsoft, negative, losing 420. That is filthy. Oof. They are selling Microsoft right now. All mags are red except for Tesla. All right, guys, I'm trimming a quarter of my NVIDIA at around, if these contracts hit 230, I'll trim a quarter. Come on, go back down, NVIDIA. You know you want to. Plug power, still trying to squeeze higher here, guys. PLUG, still looking squeezy. Microsoft, still looking heavy. Come on, NVIDIA, you know you want to go down. Semis are ripping SOXX new high of day. Holy moly, these things are just crazy beasts. Crazy beasts, guys. SoFi selling into pre-market lows. Service now getting pummeled again. Wow. Service now. The time is now. Service now is retesting that area where we bought it yesterday for a long. Interesting. I would take now. Yeah, now wants that gap. I see that, Polly. I see that. I would trade service now again if it undercuts yesterday's. Actually, yeah, it probably won't bounce as much as it did yesterday, so I'm gonna wait for that gap fill. If service now flushes into that gap, that's where I would buy it. IGV still rolling over, still defending 92 bucks, but looking heavy. Just gonna put an alert here on service now. It's gonna sweep that yesterday's low candle, and SoFi getting hammered here too today. That's not nice. Come on, NVIDIA. Drop it down. Fucking sell it off. You know when you want to go down to your neckline here. NVIDIA's still stubborn here. Plug power, guys. Look at plug today. Look at plug. Still got those calls. Like I said, all right, they're starting to rip here. PLUG 350 calls from yesterday are finally waking up, guys. Finally. So right now we got plug long. We got NVIDIA short. Let's get paid. Come on. Come on, plug. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. S&P still looking heavy. Trying to lose pre-market low. Bouncing off of it slightly right now, but looking heavy. Come on, plug. You can go higher. Come on, get these 350s. Plug is finally trying to break out here intraday. Come on, don't stop here. Don't stop there, baby. 30-minute chart looks pretty spicy on plug. SPY still looking heavy. NVIDIA is still green. Tesla still green. All your other mags are red. SOX starting to roll over a little bit back to the red side. SOXX. TPRO Dragonfly. Nice move there. Crude oil up 3.26%. Beast mode. Come on, NVIDIA. Melt. Melt it. Fucking plug power. Come on, plug. You can do it. Move it up. I need more coffee. SOX is starting to see a little bit more sell side pressure. Fucking plug power giving it up. Come on. Let's look at these Qs here. QQQ guys still looking exceptionally heavy in my opinion. Really, really heavy. SPY losing pre-market low. It's about to melt here. Come on, NVIDIA. Drop it down. Drop it down. Service now still looking heavy. Microsoft still looking heavy, but it should be at a bounceable level very soon here. This 420 area. Come on, NVDA. I'm still looking for a trim on NVIDIA around 230. 230. I'll trim a little bit. Alright, plug is trying to move back up here, guys. PLUG trying to move. Come on, plug. Send us to the top side. SPY still trying to defend pre-market low. Microsoft catching a bounce. SOXX still at the highs of its session. Back to the green side. Walmart is down 7%. Wow. WMT. That is filthy. Wow, Walmart. I'm glad I didn't take Walmart on the long side because that thing just undercut my level like a hot knife through butter. Whew, that is nasty. Go, plug, go. Get charged. Man, that Walmart's going to catch a bid eventually, guys. That one's going to be a nice one. Don't know where now. Fuck. Oh, come on, NVIDIA. Don't fucking play dirty with us. SPY still defending its opening range, pre-market low. There goes plug, new high of day. Come on, pluggy plug, squeeze it. Man, plug could make a pretty big move, guys. It's trying. Looks like plug's gonna try to sweep this high pivot. Would not surprise me. And then if it sweeps that high pivot, it should make a retrace to 355, a 382 level. End face breaking out, plug, yep. If solar is strong, then plug power is gonna catch that bid, right? TAN ETF, clean energy, so on and so forth. Good morning, Supreme Leader. SPY's catching a nice bid. Walmart's still pretty heavy. SOX is still at the highs, going green. Dixie and crude oil softening up just a touch here, but still looking ultra bullish intraday. Come on, plug. I need some more coffee. Look at DPRO this morning, guys. Dragonfly, baby. Fly, fly, fly. Dragonfly could head to 620 today. That's your neckline test zone. Still short NVIDIA, and we're long plug, guys. Short NVIDIA, 223 calls, and we are coming up to the first trim zone again. I'm taking a trim at 230. I'll trim a quarter of my position. Move stops to break even. Let the rest ride. Come on, NVIDIA, melt it. I'd love to see NVIDIA a big sell because that will provide a lot of liquidity to rotate into the other aspects of the market. That's what I'm expecting to see. You know, 1% down on NVIDIA is about 54 billion. 2% down on NVIDIA is about 108 billion. That's a lot of money to flow elsewhere. Look at this move. All right, guys, took first trim on NVIDIA, $2.40. That is a 38% gain on first trim. Boom. First winner in the books on NVIDIA, 220 puts. That was the morning setup that we waited for. Beautiful, beautiful decline. Let's see if we can get a sweep of the low of day. My stop loss is now at break even on NVIDIA. Let's get these 220 puts in the money. All right, plug power, guys. We are green on the calls that we had from yesterday. We need them to get to 350 and then some, and we should mint a nice profit. Again, my average on the plug 350 calls from yesterday is 7 cents. Right now, the spread is about 2 cents, 8 to 10. So you're not going to get an 8-cent spill. You may get a mid price of 9. But plug power, squeezing, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful. Beautiful day already. Come on. All right, next trim for me on NVIDIA, guys, is into a sweep of this opening range low. I will trim another quarter. So basically, I'll have half the position left. Come on, pluggy plug. Plug in. Get rippy with it. SPY still trying to defend its pre-market low. Microsoft is coming in sharply again. Nastiness. Nastiness. Netflix was green. It's rolled over now. IGV getting decimated down 1.47%. Walmart trying to catch a little bit of a bid here. Apple Dapple looking like it wants to go green. Google still heavy. Microsoft still heavy. Amazon down 1.12. Meta down 0.97. Intel, AMD all red. Come on, drop it down. Look at plug. Look at it. Come on. SOX is SOXX miraculously is still holding. What the hell is? Oh, it's Marvell. Marvell is holding up SOX with Micron. Ah, I see. I see. I see. Okay. Come on, NVIDIA. You know you want to go down. That is one nasty liquidity sweep. You know how many shorts they stopped out there, guys, on NVIDIA? Filthy. All the at the money calls and puts, or sorry, all the at the money puts got stopped out, and then people chased the breakout, and then they slap it back down. So not only did they screw the puts, but they screwing the late chaser breakout buyers. That is just downright filthy, man. These market makers, snake oil. That's okay though. We're in profit. We banked a nice amount there. Still up about 43% on these NVIDIA puts. 43% up on these NVIDIA puts. And again, what's interesting, guys, is if we look at SOXX, it is so strong here while NVIDIA is breaking down. So money isn't fleeing the market just yet. It's rotating. It is rotating. But at some point, if NVIDIA starts to really get heavy, it's going to break down here. Fucking rights. Look at NVIDIA, guys. Puts are paying. Let's go. My next trim, guys, is into this opening range low, guys. Sweep. Come on, NVIDIA. Melt it down. Melt it down. SPY, big bounce on SPY. Crude oil softening up quite a bit here, guys. I'm going to put an in-the-money stop at $2 on my NVIDIA trade. In-the-money stop on my NVIDIA trade just in case it wants to get a big fat candle bid if crude oil, there's some news here. So in-the-money stop on my NVIDIA shorts at $2. Protecting the trade. Still looking heavy. It's struggling here. Big sell candles. Come on, plug. Hit 350. Plug power is going for 355 today, guys. And this inverted head and shoulders here, breakout pattern on plug, could send it to 360. The backdrop is there. We got a bunch of liquidity about to flow out of the market. Look at the difference in NVIDIA and SPY right now. That is wild. SPY, big bounce. NVIDIA can't even bounce here. That's what I'm talking about. I like that trade. NVIDIA is a big fucking fat short today. Can't even bounce with SPY. You know it's heavy. You know it's heavy. There's still a lot of other semis that are ripping here. Micron, Marvell, QCOM. Lots of strength coming back into the tape. SOX, new high of day, SOXX. Plug Power may want to go for its 7-day moving average, guys, which is at 358. That could happen. Plug could make a move for its 7-day moving average. Volumes coming in. High volume alerts on plug. Come on. NVIDIA is still trying to bounce here. Come on, plug. Don't stop here. A little bit of consolidation, I guess, is key. SOX is still looking strong. Oil pulling back, giving up quite a bit of its gains off the 101.50 area. Microsoft still heavy. ServiceNow down 4%, guys. Quantum still ripping. Nokia having a good session. Come on, pluggy plug. Uranium's getting a nice bounce. I like it. SPY ripping to the gap. My oh my, SPY's looking strong here, guys. SPY looking like a beast. Cypher Mining having a good day. Rigetti ripping. QBTS still strong. Huh. NVIDIA is still a big drain on the party. I like it. We're in the right short right now. NVIDIA is a clear short, barely bouncing with this market, guys. Plug Power, new high of day incoming, baby. Come on, send our 350 calls in the money. Let's get it. Wow, crude oil, guys. Hard dump on crude oil. A fucking hard dump. Holy moly. They are trying to give this market a fat pump. But they're still selling mags. Apple's green though, Tesla's green, but these mags are heavy today. IWM turned green, guys, up 0.19%. So small caps are trying to eat the mega cap liquidity. Again, small caps like when mags sell because the mags are the piggy bank for these small caps. YS is saying Al Jazeera, Iranian official denies reports that Iran's supreme leader said that uranium must stay in Iran. I read that this morning. You know, who the hell do you believe these days, right? Who the hell do you believe these days? Like, how do we really confirm if it was, in fact, Iran? The propaganda is unreal, man. These news candle swings are just crazy. I mean, we all know Trump's trading. He had like what? What was it? Crazy man? Like one trade every 6 minutes or something like that? I thought I was a high frequency trader. Craziness. SOXX still ripping. Microsoft new low of day. SPY testing 739. Short-term rejection off of its 10-minute moving averages. NVIDIA is still super duper heavy. Yeah, it is all bullshit. We're gonna go lower, I think. I think SPY's gonna get clapped back down. The mags are too heavy right now. I mean, you got some weird movement in quantum and your certain semis like Micron, which are trying to hold steady, Marvell, but just with the power, the sell side pressure in Nvidia today, it looks like with Nvidia barely being able to bounce, you got financials are red, you got software struggling. I mean, I'm surprised those markets have gotten this big of a bounce. Poor plug power getting slapped right back down. This is not a bad area to try to short SPY. I don't think it's going to make it to its gap fill. And basically, if you wanted to use a stop loss, this high pivot, any sort of close above 740 on a shorter time frame would be your stop loss. But I think they're going to slap this market back down, guys. Would not surprise me at all. The market's seemingly too heavy here. I'm amazed that SOXX is still holding this strength. All right, our NVIDIA puts are starting to wake up again. Still looking for an X trim right at this low of day pierce, guys. And let me be clear, NVIDIA has one nasty head and shoulders pattern that has not triggered yet. I repeat, it has not triggered, but it looks like it may. And remember, its earnings wick low, which stocks love to retest, is all the way down here at 216. So we could get paid pretty heavy on these puts. When we look at the sectors, guys, you got materials down, communications down, financials down, energy green, but slightly. Industrials down. XLK is still green, miraculously. Staples getting clobbered on the back of Walmart. Real estate down. Utilities are strong today. That is the strongest sector of the market at 0.8%. And you've got healthcare slightly green. XLY consumer discretionary down. Plug Power still looking somewhat bullish, like it's trying to push to the top side. Crude oil still softening up. All mags are red except for Apple and Tesla, but Tesla is getting faded from the highs, and so is Apple. NVIDIA trying to stabilize here on the 10-minute chart. Still defending its pre-market low for the time being. SPY got a fat bounce off its pre-market low. So that's trying to shake a move here. Microsoft still super duper heavy. SOXX is coming into its pre-market high. Pre-market high. Plug power going for 350, guys. Come on, plug. Plug it in. Rip it. Squeeze it. Plug. Plug, 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 plug. Crude oil is trying to stabilize. Again, SOXX is bubbling up into its pre-market high, so there's some resistance there on stocks. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There is. NVIDIA catching a nice bounce. All right, guys, I got stopped out at $2 in profit. Stopped out of NVIDIA in profit. S&P catching a nice bounce here. Stocks is still squeezing. Crude oil softening up quite a bit. Gold, silver trying to catch a bid. All mags are still pretty heavy. Meta is getting drained. Microsoft's barely bouncing even with the push in the S&P 500 here. Microsoft's barely bouncing, guys. Software's still looking heavy. Not a bad spot to try to long Microsoft. Keep your stops tight around this 418 pivots area. But it could catch a little bit of a bid here. SPY pushing above 740 now. New high of date. So it's trying to firm up. Excuse me. Big push back up in the tape. I would get back into these NVIDIA puts sub 150. NVIDIA 220 puts sub 150. I would consider getting back in half position. Sub 150. NVIDIA 220 puts. All right, plug power, making a nice move. Plug power 350 calls coming up in the money, baby. Let's go. Yesterday was fucking crazy slow watching plug. Looked like it was making a move, but failed to do so at every turn. Now we finally are getting a squeeze, baby. Breaking out here with force, up 5.44%. And it looks like it wants 355. 350 puts for plug in the money, guys. If you want to take a trim, now's your time, but I am going to hold. I ain't trimming yet. Microsoft software is still sucking on the session. Apple's still green. NVIDIA now green. Looking at getting back into NVIDIA 220 puts. Come on. Go plug, go. Plug is getting squeezy here, guys. Look at this. Look at plug go, guys. She's getting squeezy. Big push on SPY. Trying to go. All right, guys. I took a trim on plug. Half my calls on plug. Trimmed half of my calls on plug. Nice little gain there on plug, guys. Stop is at break even. Boom. Nice trade on plug, guys. Really nice trade. Congrats if you caught that with us. QQQ still underperforming here with mags down on the session. Let's look at SPY here. SPY still trying to shake and move. Nice job on plug, guys, if you caught that with us. Good stuff. All right, I'm going to take an NVIDIA 210 put lotto. NVIDIA 210 put lotto. 19 cents, Phil. Size appropriate. You got crude oil still trying to push higher here. Plug is still looking strong, guys. Getting squeezy. Testing 352 here. Next trim for me on plug is a pierce to 355. Microsoft new low of day. Getting real heavy here, guys. She's getting heavy. Microsoft trying to catch a bounce. Semi starting to see a little bit of sell side pressure. So profit secured on plug today. Profit secured on NVIDIA. Now we just have a massive lotto trade on NVIDIA, which is a 210 put. Basically takes us into this little gap fill zone. Crude oil bouncing pretty sharply here. Indeed it is. Stocks is seeing a bit of reversal from the highs. Intel still struggling on the session. Software's trying to bounce slightly. Marvell still up 3.28%. Quantum still shaking and moving today. Nice move back up on SoFi. Still got a lot of liquidity flowing around in this tape, acting fairly well. Plug power, new high of day, guys. New high of day, baby. All right, guys. Next trim on plug power is here. Next trim on PLUG is right here. I don't know why the contracts didn't really move. I'm not trimming yet because they're not giving me a good fill here on plug. But plug is squeezing. I don't know why they're not adjusting these contracts. It's the same freaking fill that I got when it was at 353. They should adjust it. Look at it squeeze. Hitting that fib level that we discussed, guys. Plug retesting 382 fib. Next stop, if once it clears and consolidates off of this zone, is the inverted head and shoulders target around 360. Why aren't these contracts adjusting? They're snakes, man. Literally, plug moved up another 4 cents there from my exit, and it didn't move these contracts. That's some bullshit. That is some bullshit. Don't like when they do that stuff. That's weird. I do not like when they're shady with my tickers here. Yeah, the IV is high. Absolutely. 356 on plug. Plug walk. Hey, plug walk. Hey. Now they're starting to move up a little bit more, guys. They are starting to move up a little bit more. Come on, baby. NVIDIA's seeing some rejection. Come on down, baby. Come on down. Nice move down on NVIDIA. SOX is melting. Plug is a beast. All right, guys, I took another trim there on plug. 100% gain. 100% gain on plug. I have only 25% of the position left, so I'm out of plug majority. I'm going to raise stops to in the money. Still riding these Lotto 210Ps. Microsoft, new low of day. Wow. It's getting pummeled here. SOXX is back to the negative side, rolling over pretty sharply here, guys, on SOXX. Yes, it is. Let's look at these Qs. Qs starting to come in pretty sharply. SPY getting hammered and rejected. Crude oil pushing right back up. I'm up 54% on these NVIDIA puts, guys, the lottos. If NVIDIA hits 210 today, that would be a 1,500% gain. 1,500% gain. Yeah, that would be nice. SOX is still rolling here, rolling heavy. Microsoft getting pummeled here. Along with IGV though, is still trying to hold. Look at plug power, guys. New high of day, baby. Plug is squeezing. Look at that. Now we're talking. Yesterday's paint drying on plug. What a move on plug, guys. That was filthy. Look at that move. That's beautiful. I like to see that, man. I like to see that a lot. That's a stunning move. All right, guys, I am all out of my plug. I am all out of plug. Nice little 100 and what is that? 160%? 160% gain on plug calls. NVIDIA melting, guys. These puts are paying. We're up 100% on these NVIDIA lottos. Let's do it up. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. SPY still looking heavy. Look at this. Look at this. Nice. Marvell starting to come in. NVIDIA melting sharply here. She melting. She melting. Oh my goodness. Up 120% on NVIDIA puts, guys. Let's get paid. Come on, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Dixie still strong. Crude oil still strong. NVIDIA looking so heavy here, guys. Wow, yeah, she's melting hard. Losing all of the 10-minute EMAs, losing the 20-minute EMAs. Next stop is 30-minute chart support, which is lower. Hourly chart support next stop is 216 and change. Ooh. Head and Shoulders is looking like it wants to trigger on NVIDIA, guys. We are up huge on these NVIDIA lottos, guys. 154% and printing. Let's get it, baby. Come on, NVIDIA. Break this Head and Shoulders pattern. You can do it. Semis are rolling over. IGV rolling heavy. The whole market looks heavy. Protect your longs. Look at NVDA testing the neckline, guys. She's now 1.92%. A little bit of a neckline retest here. You guys took a trim on half of my lottos there on NVIDIA. Trimmed half of my lottos. Boom. Beautiful gain. Half of my lottos on NVIDIA. $0.61 trim. Beautiful. Fucking rights, man. Let's go. $220% gain on those NVIDIA puts, guys. 220% gain on the NVIDIA lottos. Just going to keep a break-even stop loss at 19 cents on the rest. Let's get paid, man. Great session today, guys. We crushed it, man. Bank profits unplugged. Bank profits on two massive NVIDIA trades. Beautiful. That was amazing. I like it. I like it a lot. Pleasure doing business with you all. What a day. What a day, guys. I still think we can go lower. IGV is trying to get defended. IGV is still not looking too bad. The actual ETF is holding up quite well here. Let me just go through the rest of these software components. ServiceNow is actually trying to bounce here. Still looks pretty spicy here. Microsoft's still looking heavy. Huh. Backtesting its 7-day moving average. This is technically where they should try to defend Microsoft. I'm wondering. Oh, 0.97%. Is anyone buying software on the swing trade side? We did buy one name yesterday and it's green, ripping with software land. So that's acting well. Man, Intuit is still getting clobbered here. INTU wasn't bad of a report, in my opinion. The Intuit calls are just super expensive, though. Huh. Uranium's rolled over. Interesting. NVIDIA going for new lows, guys. NVIDIA going for new lows. There she goes. They see me rolling. They hating, patrolling, and trying to catch me riding dirty. Sulfide drilling now. It's a bit disappointing. Again, you still have the IWM, which is green, but slightly. It is getting faded slightly here. Too much sell side pressure hitting your semis. If your SOXX loses that head and shoulders neckline today, guys, which is around 513 area, that would be ultra bearish for the semis. Ultra bearish. AMD still looking heavy. Micron still strong, but starting to come in from the highs a little bit. Still strong though. How's Unity software doing today? Unity is, yeah, consolidating. Microsoft, is that bouncing? IGV does not look terrible. It's a weird chart, man. It's a weird, weird chart. I'm debating on taking IGV calls. New low of day for NVIDIA, guys. These cons are printing, baby. Absolutely printing. Drop us down. Fucking sell us, man. Sell us hard. The only issue is that crude oil is softening up here as well. How are airlines doing? I gotta check some charts here on the back end. Airlines are trying to catch a bit of a bid here. Interesting. I'm just gonna grab some more coffee, guys. Give me a sec. Walmart's still super duper heavy. It's trying to bounce off of the 121 area, but coming in sharply again. Intel's still down. Micron a beast. RDW, that's trying to hold steady. That's down again, eh? It's still down. Plug, guys, is still looking squeezy here. Plug is moving. How the rest is a solar complex. So FSLR, yeah, what a move today on FSLR. Damn, that one was spicy. EMPH, EMPH, wow. Polly, you're printing. Damn, EMPH and solar. Love and life. Big bounce on the S&P. NVIDIA is still getting drained here, guys. Or sell side pressure hitting your semis. Our NVIDIA puts are still printing, guys. Still printing on these NVIDIAs. Beautiful move down, 2.43% down. NVIDIA is going to drag the market down if it keeps selling like this. It's going to hit software, it's going to hit the rest of your semis. What's interesting is SOXX is barely down so far. How's Home Depot? Hmm. I need to check this chart out. Yeah, that's trying to make a V-shaped recovery. Let's snappy chat. Yeah, plug is still a beast right now. It is moonshotting. Moonshotting here. Big bounce on NVIDIA. Yeah, B is looking good. Bloom Energy, also in that clean energy play. I don't know. Is that one of the stocks that Trump bought, or did they take a stake in that? I'd have to double check, but BE does look solid with that whole trade. And I think what people are realizing, right, with the solar run is that we're really susceptible as a global economy to these high oil prices, right? So I think there's now a push back into the alternatives, even though alternatives aren't really the answer, so to speak. There's definitely a big push. Yeah, quantum's still moving with that announcement. Let's move back up on Alcoa. MCD is green this morning, flagging. This DPRO still looks squeezy, guys, as well. This looks like it's going to have a fat day tomorrow. Would not be surprised to see that move up sharply tomorrow. 1044 already. Crude oil still trying to make a push higher. Because they're kind of stalling out here a little bit, still having weakness in semis, guys. Taking a 1350 lotto put on Nokia. 1350 lotto put on Nokia for tomorrow. And I am filled at 7 cents. Still got these NVIDIA runners. Pushing up again. Time to take a seat. I get it with NVIDIA. I just realized that. Yeah, Palantir. There's some aspects of software that are holding steady. There is. PLTR here. Yeah, PLTR breaking out high day, looking bullish. Super, super strong. Hmm. Yeah, clearing that 20-day moving average. If Palantir gets a close day above that 20-day, that's ultra bullish, and it's gonna make a run here. It could be have a little local bottom in. So yeah, that's looking pretty spicy for sure. Software is still seeing a little bit of a buy side program. Some names firming up. Palantir, Microsoft bouncing. Nice day for Snapchat. TTD's green. Oracle. I know. Yeah, ServiceNow is a beast. I mean, if you want to take ServiceNow long, I don't have an issue. Defending that 7. Yeah, it's looking strong actually. First, but yeah, the bottom could be in. That was a big dip for sure. IGV is also trying to firm up here. IGV might try to make a move for that gap fill. It's looking pretty decent here. US dollar softening up a little bit. Semis are still seeing a bit of distribution. Yes, I do, Polly, but it hasn't really reacted like I thought it would. Sitting right on that neckline, head and shoulders. Crude oil still trying to move up a little bit. Look at DPRO now, guys. This thing is moving. Beauty. Beautiful. 100%. And it's ready. IMPP could still, it's going to have like a 10-20% move in a couple sessions here. Still seeing quite a bit of volume coming into software. Nice push up on Snapchat here. Wow. Nice push on Snap. Lots of these software names are seeing dip buys. APP, let's look at that. Yep, that's moved up. What about Hood? Is Hood ready? Hood's still struggling down here. What about Roblox? Roblox is also one that's trying to carve out a base here. Oracle, still looking strong. CRM, trying to bounce. ServiceNow, still bouncing. Nice push up on FIVM. Come on. How's Ondas doing today? Ondas still struggling. UMAC still struggling. RCAT struggling. But Dragonfly, flying. Let's go, Dragonfly. Look at this level on Dragonfly. If it can break out of that, oof, we got a nice move, man. That would be clinical. Guys, crude oil is pushing right back up. WTI making a move to the top side. Oh, snap. Guys, if SPY loses pre-market low, which we're coming up into again, things are going to get nasty. I'm telling you, things are going to get real nasty here. Crude oil is almost right back to the highs, up 2.71% again. All mags are now red. You had Tesla, you had Apple, briefly green. Now all mags are drilling again. Semiconductors are starting to roll over as well. Micron is still trying to hold steady here. AMD though falling. Intel still green. Sorry, Intel down 2.98%. My bad, it's not green. Big drop there on SPY, guys. Nastiness. Dollar and crude are ripping again. Yeah, starting to roll over with the market too. NVIDIA still got these NVIDIA lottos, guys. I still think NVIDIA can make another leg lower here. It's consolidated, bear flagging, looking weak. Semis are starting to come into its pre-market low. SOXX now down about 0.9%. Big level coming up around that 513 zone for SOX. If they lose that neckline of that head and shoulders, it's good night. Market's still looking pretty heavy here. Nasty drop, guys, starting to hit the semis. NVIDIA looking weak. Come on. I still think there's a bit of a rotation that could play out.